relationship reading. It applies at the time that you see it. Posting this at the end of June. Got 2 for you. Seeking perfection and stuck in the past. Everyone has flaws. Choose only 5. Choose only 5 flaws. What? Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Okay, yes. And this is about a relationship. This is relationship reading. So this is what we're talking about. Everyone has flaws. Let go of your ex completely. So this could be a reading about comparing an ex to a new love. It's emotional matter with the Queen of Cups and the 6 of Cups on the cut. So let's see where you stand as you come into this reading, Aquarius. Ace of Wands reversed, 5 of Swords reversed. I'm not going to move an inch. I am not inspired or driven to move any further than I have to. 5 of Swords, I won't do whatever it takes. 3 of Pentacles. Behind closed doors. Private, very private as you come into this reading. Hierophant. Yeah, I mean, you've earned it. Let's be real. Let's be real. You're no fool. You're showing up as the Hierophant. You have a next level of spiritual awareness and one that you're showing up as a more Saturn type of Aquarius that makes sure every box is checked and has followed every. You've got a list, okay? It's the list. So where's the person here? 4 of Cups. Is this your opinion of them? Yes. But who are they really? Let's put that there. Oh, the sun. How nice. They might be a Leo. Which that would be like, of course they are. Of course they are. Why is my light so yellow? Oh, whatever. Okay. They're also showing up as a 6 of Swords reversed. So they might be a fan of the drama and the chaos. They enjoy a difficult prospect. 8 of Swords. It's an ongoing pattern with them that doesn't really help out their best interest at times. Wheel of Fortune reversed. But at least they're authentic, and we like that with the moon reversed at the base. What's the issue between you two? What does Aquarius need to know about their relationship and the issue of their relationship at this time? 5 of Pentacles reversed. And that's more of the privacy matters or being an insider inside the relationship. 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. There's lots of worry and fears about it. Is it worth it? Is there something better than this? I deserve something better than this. 4 of Swords. I'm not going to rest. I'm not going to wait. I need to take action. Let's hurry up. The Tower, catastrophizing. So there we are. That's what this reading is about. Oh, hopefully 3, 2, 1. Oh, shit. 3, 2, 1, motherfucker. Okay, so what do you want? In your subconscious, what are your expectations? Oh, sorry about that if you're wearing headphones. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. You expect someone to betray you. 3 of Wands. You have high expectations. That is my expectations card. You want them to keep it real with you. Knight of Cups. You expect authenticity. Great. They are. That's wonderful. But why is the 7 of Swords here? Let me clarify the 7 of Swords, please, angels. And their expectations of the person. 2 of Swords. Snap decisions. Queen of Pentacles. I need to keep on trucking. This more Saturn energy. Also Taurus, very like solid. So going back to your fixed nature of like, I'm not going to budge. I'm not going to change. Yeah. But it's also just like a snap decision of like, no, I've determined that, secretly in my own mind, you aren't meeting my criteria, therefore get the fuck out. And you expect that this will be yet another manifestation of that. And that's why financially you're good. You have your own sources of money. Queen of Pentacles, like you can manifest your own thing, but also Queen of Pentacles, which is my manifestation card. So this is another one of those times where we get those subconscious expectations. I expect someone to betray me. I expect That my expectations to not be met, and so I have to cut them out. And that is an ongoing pattern of belief that has manifested into people who, I don't know if this person fits that situation just yet, but people who disappoint you. 10 of Cups, childhood wounding, or the example that was set in childhood. Maybe your parents had like a really good relationship and were highly dependent on each other. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Could have even been codependent, to be honest, but I'm not really getting like big problems. Yeah, there's the 2 of Cups wants to come out. I think at the base of it, there was love, a lot of it. At least that's how you saw it. That there's pettiness and bitterness, arguments. A lot of things were kept private from you. Could be. About the way that your parents were even if they're not your birth parents, or like whatever that most fundamental aspirational couple that you looked up to when you were a kid. Oh, I just spit. Ugh. Anyway, Ace of Pentacles reverse. Something about a limitation of resources. Okay, let's move on. What do they want in their subconscious? This person that you're dealing with. 4 of Wands reversed. 3 of Pentacles reversed. They also don't expect things to progress to a new level of achievement. They also expect privacy, secrets. It's also kind of like they're not looking for marriage. They're not looking for family. Wow. 10 of Cups? No. Okay. What? Their childhood example was very chaotic and financially unstable. And they have new ideas about what is right and wrong and what is fair and balanced. And that's kind of caused them to sort of clam up and close their heart and be their own source of emotional fulfillment rather than looking for that in another. That stuck in the past, I almost feel like is your example of love and relationships in your past, not even your own relationship, but like what you saw and how that's still affecting you to this day, and like what your current relationship looks like. What are your subconscious fears about this relationship? That came right out. Temperance reverse, 8 of Pentacles. That the chaos of it is a never-ending cycle, something that you'll have to consistently work at. Judgment reverse, that it's not your person, it's not your calling. They're not the one. Yeah, understandable. That it'll feel like there's nothing new and inspiring about this. You're mostly afraid that there'll be no way to turn what feels like a slog of a relationship that's like, oh my God, the same thing every day. It's so boring. And there's no way to transform that. There's no way to, and there's no potential there or no background of it being like, no, this is my person. And I feel no matter what we go through that we're together, we're soulmates, twin flames, if you believe in that. I don't. Like anyway, like each of us are whole unto ourselves. That's why. But yeah, temperance reverse. Like you'll never be able to transform this slog of a relationship if it is that now, or you're afraid of it being that in the future. Just petty arguments. You're afraid of it turning into that example. The tit for tat bullshit. Hopefully my family, especially my dad, isn't watching this, but if you are, that's okay. But when I was growing up, it was just this. That's what I saw, which was constant arguments, petty, stupid shit. It was just all the time. Very chaotic. Tennis. Guys, like, I want to get out of here. Are y'all going to put in a stop to this or an end to this? No, it was never ending. It's never ending. And that's what you're afraid of, and I don't blame you. But I can tell you now, I have a relationship now, and that is not how it is. It is possible to not create that again in your life. But it takes awareness. That's the judgment. The judgment is awareness when it's upright. You're afraid of not ever having the awareness to know how to transform a relationship from being work to being love, to making it into something that is constantly regenerative and exciting and feels like home, but also passionate, feels like family, but also dynamic and can adapt to whatever's going on. It's fucking badass. And stable. Period. Stable. Okay. What are their subconscious fears about the relationship? Aquarius's person. What's their subconscious fears? Queen of Cups. Oh wow. What? They're subconsciously afraid of emotional support, connection, and sensitivity. They're afraid of, oh wow, they're afraid of the dependency. They don't want to open up emotionally because then they would feel like they're trapped in a codependency. They like having their own money, their own. They also like, to some degree, staying on the surface of life. It feels more safe. If they get too attached emotionally to someone, it can break them open. There's some drama and trauma that needs to be healed. You know, here's this happy-go-lucky sun person that likes chaotic situations, but like they entrap themselves in them and continually chase after other people's trauma and drama because they have their own and they're afraid of breaking it open, which would happen if someone like they were deeply emotionally attached to and showed them a lot of unconditional love. Okay. It's very interesting dynamics. I'm sighing a lot, but I do want to just quickly say this is not earth-shattering shit. This is the stuff that relationships are made of. That's why we're here on the earth plane, to, get into these relationships and deeply feel something. That's all that matters. We're not judged for any of it, no matter what we decide. Just feel something. But what I would say is don't hurt yourself in the process, and as few people as you can in so doing, because life's hard enough without adding on a whole bunch of trauma to it. So, how do you see them? I already got 4 of Cups for that, which is sort of like avoidant or like I could do better. Is this it? But how do you see them? 6 of Wands. Oh my. 7 of Cups, Queen of Wands, Justice. Okay. Knight of Swords. They need help. They need my help. I often see Aquarius energy falling into that type of idea, and like, yeah, they need your help, but so do you need theirs. Like, what are we doing here? But 6 of Wands, they're kind of an embarrassment. They're kind of an embarrassment to you. But then it's also like you feel like you're stuck with the Leo. You're stuck with this proud and loud, and I'm not saying they're definitely a Leo, but it's giving like someone who's very out there. They show up boldly. They stick out like a sore thumb wherever they go. Now, this is also, they're attractive, highly dynamic, creative. They draw a lot of attention, but they also be talking a lot of shit. And I think you do see them as being fair-minded and just, principled. That was the last card I drew. I do think that at the end of the day, that's why your soul brought you to them. Hierophant and Justice, fantastic combo. A little cold for my taste, but fantastic combo. Okay, pause right there. Give me a second. I don't remember what we were talking about. Okay, so how do they see you? There we go. Okay. A little cold for my taste is what I was saying, but like, how do they see you? That's what we're on now. How does Aquarius's person see them? 9 of Pentacles reversed. Like, you need help, financial support, material support, whatever. But they see you as being very capable, magician, independent streak, creative, dynamic, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Non-traditional. But then you're showing me you're the Hierophant. Like, you have You have this traditional bent, like it's this dynamic, it's the Aquarius of it all. Where it's like you select your own framework for living and expectation. They see you as being kind of avant-garde or in your own place of maybe you're independently employed, like you don't work for a regular job, or you don't have a lot of family, you're not part of this whole bigger hierarchy or structure, you don't want to be part of the hierarchy or structure. They see you as having the ability to multiply assets and having a lot of good material qualities, material assets. Ultimately, I think they feel that your potential, your potential. So they feel that you have a lot of potential, but you haven't quite met it yet. They also want to help you. Knight of Swords at the base again. But they do see you as having a lot of potential, but not having quite met it. What? My dog is breathing in my face. Well, do you want out the door? All right, let me just try to get through this and I'll deal with her. So, how can you support them best right now, Aquarius? Six of Pentacles reversed. Five of Cups reversed. Two of Cups. Page of Swords. It's being idealistic about the relationship, even when finances are not equal in neither, and then when words are exchanged that are negative. Continuing to hold the relationship in a positive light is supportive to them. When you say, no, this, even though we're fighting right now, this relationship means something to me. Even though you're not making as much money as I am, or I'm making more than you are, that you have more than I do, or that like you haven't done as much work and I've done more, you're taking, I'm giving, you're giving, I'm taking, whatever. The best way you can support them is to still hold the relationship in high regard and have hopes for it. Don't discard it so quickly. Don't be so quick to move on discarding the relationship when there's a little bit of fighting, there's a little bit of argument. I understand your reluctance to want to get back into something that's constantly tit for tat. All I can tell you right now is that arguments do happen because people are passionate. They continue and persist and become the norm when people, are fearful and have high anxiety. That's been my experience. Okay. Not my reading. What can you ask for support with from your person? What can Aquarius ask their person for support with? Ten of Wands reversed. There's some burdens that aren't worth having. If there's anything that they could help you, Ace of Swords, they'd even be better at it. Strength reversed. If there's something that you're too impatient to deal with, you can ask for them to help you with it. If there's something that they're good at and you're not, it's one of your weaknesses, one of their strengths, pass that on to them. That's the interplay. It's not perfectly equal justice. It's Six of Pentacles. Normally, this is a card of like someone with a justice scale, and then they're meeting out the coins to some people that are like homeless on the street or whatever. I don't know. They're beggars in the street. But what the symbol of the card is give some because you have a lot. The Justice card is no matter what, things must be balanced perfectly. This is ideals. This is reality. So that's really what this reading and your person, this relationship, is asking you to have the courage to do, is to allow things to be fair but unequal. Because both of you have different strengths and weaknesses, and it's time to capitalize on them. That's what makes you a power couple, or anyone a power couple. What are you learning about right now, Aquarius? I know this is next. Okay, Queen of Swords reversed, hypercriticism, missing the forest for the trees, Focusing too much on the small things and the detail, nitpicking. What about that? 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Empress. This is what I was talking about, which is what causes all the drama and nitpicking and chaos in the relationship. You are not in danger of that being your future, your relationships, because of these 3 things right here. First of all, you have the desire to help. Whatever that was in the past, that past relationship, that like your parents or whatever that was we were talking about, right? The desire to help wasn't there. The desire to help each other grow, it wasn't there. It was the desire to help oneself by making the other person do what I say. 9 of Cups, the emotional containment. You have your own emotional fulfillment, your own wishes, hopes, and dreams, your own memories that you hold close that make you feel good and like life is worth living. You have that. That relationship in the past did not. Empress, you are open to what is happening around you. That past relationship was not. They were closed off. They didn't accept people for who they were. They didn't accept their partner for who they were or what was going on or the cards that they had been dealt. This is why you can be certain that no matter what relationship you get into, it will not be that. That's huge. I mean, I can end the fucking reading right there. What are they learning about, though? Just for curiosity's sake. 2 of Wands, the opportunities, the choices, the desires, the purpose, the shared purpose. They're learning a new, oh wow, 3 of Cups. Okay, fantastic. So they're starting to become far more optimistic and it's changing their perspective about what's possible for them. You're a higher quality of compassionate, wise one who's here to help than they're used to. They just simply have not encountered that yet. And they're learning that they can ask for more for themselves as well in relationships. Badass. All right. And what are you releasing? For your own best interest, what would it be good to release at this time? Lovers reversed. Okay. Looking at the surface of things and thinking that it's irreconcilable differences. Oh, well, they, like fast cars and like driving fast. And that scares me. So it's an irreconcilable difference. Like where you just have to break up. Like maybe not. That's just on the surface. There's a deeper message behind it. Why do they like driving fast? Because they like being in control. Maybe they're more sensitive to you if you let them know, hey, that really scares me. This is how it makes me feel. I don't want to impede on your ability to drive fast. So what if we take separate cars? Or like, it doesn't, that's like a weird example, but whatever appears to be on the surface of the situation, you're learning that the irreconcilable differences, there may be some, but that isn't necessarily a deal breaker. It just means that some things you may not see eye to eye on, and there's a way for you both to live with that. In fact, that's normal. They are releasing Hermit reversed, Chariot reversed, and the Devil. Oh, wow. They have a whole other thing going on with them. This is very transformative for them. Because they're overcoming that repeated pattern. Like I said, they keep getting themselves into drama and trauma. They're happy-go-lucky, rose-colored glasses, yet they keep putting themselves in chaos. Why? Because they feel like they are out of control because they haven't done the introspection and the shadow work. They don't see how powerful of a person they actually are, or that they have say in their life, and that they can choose differently. They deserve better, and that better might very well be you, Aquarius. Yeah, 10 of Swords reversed. I mean, there's no reason for them to continue to self-harm by expecting stupid, fucked up relationships. The Lion, I'm telling you what. The Lion. And I show them this reading. I'm telling you, this is pretty fucking cool. Be determined, being assertive, being confident. I almost said being secretive. You're like, no, I'm not going to show them this reading. This is my private shit. Fine. Do what you want. Trust in your abilities and put your talent into practice. Find what you're good at and let that shine. Find your weaknesses and accept them. Again, this is like, what are we in a relationship for? Not just to have fun and love each other, but like to cover for each other's failings and show up strong for each other as well. Be strong at will, but soft at heart. Remember to be kind and gentle and to measure your words. Find the balance between being direct and not being rude, as well as being assertive and not becoming overpowering. That's the thorn and the rose, or like the lion and the lamb. And, you know, be determined, strengthening your will. You can get through these little troubles. There are victories right around the corner for every new achievement that you create, and you create it. It's not just, get to. It's every new achievement that your relationship gets to. There's rewards, the peaks and the valleys. If that's something that you're interested in, is long-term relationship, and you and this person feel like that's something you could approach together, there's rewards all along the way. Your angels, guides, and loved ones have a message for you, Aquarius. What is it? Stop pushing against what is, align with it, and move on. Yeah, I mean, you already know and can trust yourself, and I often get that for Aquarius energy. You're tapped in as well, like chill. but I also like to watch a lot of readings and stuff and just get a bigger perspective on what's going on. And yeah, it's being open to who this person is and where they're at. I think ultimately fear of failure and fear of the past is just a small ghost in the background that you're currently well along the process of exercising. Hopefully that was helpful to you. If you like that, please like and subscribe. I also have other readings on my channel for rising signs and some other stuff coming soon as well. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye.